Hey guys, I'm Round 1 Fight, and this is my reaction to Yuji vs Denji, Jujutsu Kaisen vs Chainsaw Man, Death Battle. I am very excited for this one. Really hoping Denji can pull out a win. Everything I've seen so far looks hype. I hope the track's lyrics, by the way. I do already know where the next time is, but I'm still very excited for this one. Seriously, I can't understate, or however you want to say it, how hyped I am for this, and man, Denji is one of my favorite manga protagonists as of late. Really, really good character, and I don't know, I just hope he wins, like, so much. Nervous on his chances, but who knows, maybe I'm just being paranoid. Anyway, I think I finally fixed my audio this time. Sorry for how the last times went. I'll have to remember how to do the settings and whatnot next time. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Say your prayers.
Oh, this is so cool.
Yuji versus Denji.
The Vessel of Sukuna versus the Chainsaw Man.
He's Wiz and I'm
Yeah, it's so
Boomstick.
cool.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
Oh,
and
the
skills
animation
to
looks
find
really
out who will
good.
win a death battle.
Like, we've only seen small snippets of it, but it looks great.
If Yuji Itadori
The analysis
was
contains
one
spoilers
thing,
for the entirety
he
of the
was
Kaisen manga
strong.
and sequel
As
series.
his grandfather lay dying,
Many are
he made
used from
Yuji
fan
promise
translations
to
of
help
revisions.
others
Okay.
and not to die alone.
A promise Yuji would keep by joining
Okay.
Jujutsu High, a
Like
school for
General
up-and-coming
Lawrence,
sorcerers training
Yuko
to rid
themes
the
and
world
such.
of curses.
Essentially,
Yeah.
monsters manifested by humanity's fears, hatreds, and anxieties.
Just one problem for Yuji.
Jennifer Lawrence
Unlike
is
everybody
fun.
else, he didn't have a magical curse technique. Oh no, he had something way worse.
After consuming
wait, I
a
forgot.
cursed finger, like
Oh,
a
sorry, I
literal
forgot. No,
finger,
that's
Yuji became
Ozawa,
possessed by its
or,
original
Ozawa,
owner, the king
Yuko.
of curses, Ryomen Sukuna.
Like, reference. And there's the ads. Okay. Okay, for the whole spoilers and whatnot, I was concerned for a sec that it wasn't going to talk about them, but I'm glad it will. Even though I'm a little confused.
The most powerful
Why did they just do
sorcerer
this
in
one later?
history.
And Yuji's willpower was the only thing holding Sukuna back from controlling his body, killing everything in sight, and taking over the world.
So Yuji got to know his surly new roommate, and perhaps one day he would show him a kinder, gentler
Yeah, this
path.
ain't
A
freaking.
classic shonen hero's journey
what's-
if I've ever heard one. Yuji would
This
track
is
down
Kurama.
and nosh on the rest of Sukuna's cursed fingers before they caused any more trouble.
Fulfilling his late grandfather's wish to use his strength in service of others, surrounded by friends.
Helps that he's getting a first-rate education from the strongest sorcerer alive today, Gojo.
Gojo would teach Yuji to harness and manipulate the
Okay, cursed
absolutely
energy,
absurd amount of cursed
blood
energy he
manipulation, and
inherited
shrine.
from Sukuna.
Cursed energy is basically like evil ki, and Yuji can use it to see invisible curses and enhance his already superhuman strength and martial arts skills he learned from his gramps, making him a monster in close quarters
Here's how his
combat.
grandpa taught
Yuji
him that.
knows Taido, a Japanese martial art derived from Okinawan karate. It focuses on agility and flexibility with the inclusion of spins, twists, tumbles, drops, rolls, and fleet footwork.
Which he combines with jujutsu techniques like Divergent Fist. Yuji strikes an enemy so fast that his cursed energy takes a second to catch up, hitting his opponent twice and messing up
Yeah,
their
it's a pretty
rhythm.
cool
By
concept.
perfecting that timing and applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of a hit, Yuji can achieve the Black Flash, increasing the power of his
Gojo said that
hit
he
by a
could
factor
form the
of
Black
2.5.
Flash's will.
A feat that would
Yeah,
require reaction
microsecond
speeds nearly
reactions are necessary
1,000
for
times
sorcerers
faster
to
than
use.
sound.
It's
Okay.
basically impossible to do at will. You're so in the zone when you pull it off that it fully restores your cursed energy and boosts your output to 120%.
I've seen that
Yuji's
meme in the
Black Flashes are
freaking
so strong in
Judo
particular,
one
the author himself
so
stated
many
that
times.
5 in a row would have been enough to instantly kill the special grade curse, Jogo.
Who did this? And this? And
Here's where they'll actually
this.
put Yuji against
How many has Yuji ever done in a row, you
There's a
ask?
lot of JJK
7.
high-ends.
And that's not even the
iffy
nastiest
on, to
thing
say the
about
least.
Yuji's punches.
Because another soul resides in his body, Yuji learned how to target the soul itself, doing damage to opponents who could normally regenerate from his hits.
Yeah, this pink-haired brat was a jujutsu prodigy, perfect for Gojo's dream. You see, it's lonely at the top, and Gojo wanted to train a crop of pupils powerful enough to share the burden of reforming Jujutsu society.
Until one fateful battle when Gojo was sealed away and Sukuna took over.
I'm sorry,
Yuji's
all I could
body.
think of is
Then
the
proceeded
JJK
to,
thing when it was
well, commit that whole mass murder
That
thing
scene was so
he was
funny.
always going on about.
Yeah, turns out Sukuna is evil. Like, really, really, totally, completely, irredeemably evil.
And it also turns out that every twist and turn in Yuji's life was orchestrated by the body-hopping sorcerer Kenjaku in order to resurrect Sukuna and bring about the curse apocalypse.
In Yuji's eyes, something he was completely responsible for. And so, having failed his grandfather, Yuji's outlook shifted.
No longer would he fight to protect others, but to kill curses.
And after Sukuna hopped bodies into Yuji's best pal Megumi, the King of Curses became numero uno on Yuji's shit list.
Yuji's defeated powerful disaster curses like Hanami and Mahito, survived being slammed so hard he cratered the earth, and is comparable to sorcerers like Maki, who tanked getting rammed through entire mountain ranges.
Yuji also learned how to use super advanced abilities, like reverse curse technique, to heal himself from crazy damage. Like getting his torso shredded into chili. Ugh.
And in some other sorcerers' cases, even regrowing lost limbs.
Though it takes a lot of energy to regenerate blood. So after going on a cursed object feeding frenzy,
due to sharing the same physiology as the death-paying wombs, Yuji should be capable of replicating their regeneration, like Esso regrowing his arm and Choso healing from holes in his chest. Okay.
he learned how to manipulate his own blood to speed up his healing, or fire it like a blood beam. A poisonous blood beam.
All of that combined made Yuji just tough enough to finally
poisonous
take on
blood.
the King of Curses, although greatly weakened after his victory against Gojo.
Rip. Literally.
Sukuna was still the de facto strongest being alive, but after hitting him with a Black Flash, Yuji actually copied Sukuna's main ability.
Gojo's plan all along.
This was Shrine.
Okay.
With it, Yuji can slice apart any surface he touches, an enemy's flesh, the ground beneath him, even the boundary between two souls in one body. Enough hits can even cause those two souls to separate.
Like a souped up version of his normal punches.
Even better, Yuji finally gained access to the most powerful weapon in any sorcerer's arsenal, a domain expansion.
Basically a pocket dimension created by the
Yeah.
sorcerer where their ability
Even though
will hit
JJK
no matter
isn't
what.
necessarily
No
my
contact
thing,
needed.
that's
If you're
one of the
trapped
coolest
in
things
Yuji's
in recent
domain,
anime.
you're getting sliced to ribbons.
With all his power and training and righteous fury, Yuji severed Sukuna's soul from Megumi's body, freeing his friend from the demon's
Good
clutches.
manga editing.
But not before offering Sukuna one last chance at redemption.
Which he rejected before dying because, well, evil. Leaving
Okay.
Yuji to grow into one of the most fearsome sorcerers in history.
Turns out the cursed objects that Yuji consumed made him part cursed
Oh.
and slowed his aging to a crawl.
I didn't think animation existed. I'm guessing that's from a manga
Some
preview or
things
something.
are out of reach.
I'm on Mars!
But a card with
Curious what
access
they're going to
to
use for
exceptional
stats
benefits
then.
isn't one of
Maybe his dismantle from Modulo? Or
It's
complete,
more
whatever
than shade.
the specific
It's the
users
first thing
called.
people
I forget.
notice about you. Level up with
Okay. Oh, his analysis is
Brawl,
probably almost
giving
over.
him decades of training and battle experience.
He's mastered blood manipulation, can pull off black
Yuji is stronger than Gojo and Sukuna by the time of Modulo and should scale their feats, like Gojo creating an earthquake felt over 100 miles and Sukuna vaporizing part of Shibuya. Okay, maybe they'll calc those, I'm not sure.
at will and shredded entire cities apart with Shrine. Just like Gojo and Sukuna before him, he became the strongest.
But what actually makes someone truly strong? For Sukuna, it was the power to stand alone atop all others. But to Yuji, it was the opposite.
The only reason he had survived as long as he had was because of the mercy and sacrifice of his friends.
So Yuji brought together friends and allies, new and old, to create a world eventually free from curses entirely, fulfilling not just Gojo's wish, but his grandfather's as well.
Because if Yuji Itadori was one thing, he was strong.
Good analysis. Huh.
Wiz, if there are two truths
Yeah,
in this
entire
world,
chance I made
two
that.
universal constants, it's the...
Little well, not confused. Okay, so... Sorry. Obviously, Lightspeed Jujutsu Kaisen isn't going to be used because, you know, Deborah moment, and they're not mentioning it at all. For stats, they mentioned Sukuna destroying Shibuya and Gojo's big earthquake. I wonder if they'll calc those. Haven't mentioned anything about Yorozu and all that nonsense. They'll probably calc Yuji's the city destroying thing. Curious what they'll give Denji here. But let's see his analysis. Sorry, it's the stupid thing I get where I get excited and do that. Sorry. Let's see what you
Life sucks and then you die.
Especially for the young boy, Denji.
Who was so poor and unlucky, he
Canonically
doesn't even know his
sold one of
last
his
name.
balls.
With an alcoholic
Like
father
Sayuda,
forever
Asabi,
indebted to the
and
Yakuza,
such.
and a diet consisting of whatever garbage he could get his
That's
hands
funny.
on, all Denji had in this world was his dog, Pochita.
Who happened to have a chainsaw sticking out of his face. Really putting the tear in Terrier.
Pochita wasn't an actual dog, obviously. He was a devil. Monstrous superpowered beings literally from hell that are
Yeah.
created by and represent humanity's worst fears.
Watched some
In
of that
Pochita's
recently.
Case, literally
Honestly,
the personification
animation is
of
really good, like, even for the
chainsaws.
Oh, he's so cute. Who would be afraid of chainsaws? They're the most versatile tool in the world.
Of course they
Perfect
had
for
to put
chopping
action
trees, opening cans, massacring your foes.
Apparently, Pochita had no
And,
problem with
I
that
also
last part
finally
as
watched
he
the
and
Resident arc.
Denji
That was
hunted
great.
down and killed his devil
That was
brethren.
like 2
It's a
weeks ago or
tough
something.
job, but when selling your testicles won't pay off your dad's debts, it'll do.
That
wonder
is,
if he
until Denji
regrew
was
it after he got
cornered and
punched up.
forced to learn about those two universal constants. Life sucks,
I
and
don't
then
know.
you die.
But sometimes, if you're really unlucky, there's a third option.
Born from his and Pochita's contract, a literal deal with the devil, Pochita would become one with Denji's body in exchange for Denji to live a happy life.
And so the two fused into a half-human, half-devil hybrid, the Chainsaw Man, aka a one-man, blood-soaked devil
I really
slaying
like the color
machine,
choices the Chainsaw
perfect
Man
candidate
manga
for the
does.
public
Like the
safety
green
devil hunters,
and whatnot.
led by this piece of work. With nothing controlling him but his raging teenage hormones, Denji would battle all of devil kind in the hopes of one day getting laid.
And he was a natural at killing, not getting laid. As
Yeah.
the Chainsaw Man, Denji can slice through just about anything and generate new chainsaws from any surface of his body.
Or swing him around on massively long chains. Oh man, that's so cool.
It helps that Denji is incredibly
Blood
powerful,
Regeneration,
capable of lifting and
chainsaws,
throwing cars,
Kushida,
surviving
Denji
being
Man.
blasted through several buildings, and moving way faster than the eye can see.
And if he happens to get torn apart by some ornery devil, no biggie, because he can regenerate from just about anything.
Denji has survived being sliced to pieces, having his head torn off, being dipped in demonic stomach acid for hours, and even getting his heart ripped out.
Haven't we all? Chainsaw
Devils in a regeneration should also make them resistant to poison. The violence fiend is constantly exposed to poison gas, yet remains unharmed. Oh, sorry. Okay, so Denji's probably just going to be able to eat his blood, no problem, just because of that.
didn't
I already thought
regenerate
so,
his
but
heart. Oh
I
no,
like
his
Chainsaw
heart regenerated a Chainsaw Man.
Even
was
separating
so
Denji and
wrong,
Pochita won't
manga.
stop them. When Denji was stuck in this alternate dimension, he and Pochita still possessed a metaphysical connection.
With their stomachs.
That was
While his healing
odd.
factor can be overtaxed, all he needs to do is drink some blood and he's back to full health.
And considering that chainsawing devils apart is basically an infinite blood exploit, he almost never runs out, only limited by the violence-induced psychotic frenzy he enters in combat.
Well, he's not actually crazy. Denji might be, okay, definitely is an under-socialized moron led by his dick, but he's surprisingly clever in combat.
Almost always thinking outside the box and
Curious what
coming up with
category-
so dumb they're
Sorry.
brilliant strategies to take on devils that should be too strong for him.
In short, Denji was the perfect soldier
curious what
and was
categories they'll
rewarded
have.
for his efforts with something that began to resemble a happy life. Aki, the stern older brother, Power, the bratty younger sister,
Who should I
and
know, Zero?
Makima, his boss, and the girl of his dreams.
All Denji had to do to finally score with that dead-eyed redhead was to kill the most fearsome devils in existence, like the Typhoon Devil, who created a massive hurricane, or the Bomb Devil, who could blow up most of a city, or the Gun Devil,
Okay.
who could travel around the world and kill over 1 million people in about 5 minutes.
But Plot twist, he had to kill Makima too, because she was secretly the Control Devil, one of the
Really good
four
editing.
horsemen of the apocalypse.
Everything she told Denji was a lie. The happy life he created, the family he made, all of it was designed to be torn down.
All with one goal,
Look at it.
to
Look at
force
music,
Denji to break his contract with Pochita and become her servant. Order 66ing every devil she didn't like. But when Denji,
While Denji and Pochita have been separated for extended periods, this was because Denji did not want to rejoin. The two can reunite much more quickly if they want to. Oh, that'll probably be important in the conclusion.
Pochita took over.
Now, Pochi might look cute and cuddly, but the Chainsaw Devil is one of the strongest and scariest dudes in the universe, capable of tearing through hordes of devil hybrids like nothing.
More than enough to give Denji his opening to beat Makima by cutting her up into sashimi and eating her whole. A very similar solution to the Chainsaw Devil's most powerful ability.
Anything Pochita eats gets deleted from existence. Yeah, like it never happened in the first place. World War II? Gone. AIDS? Nada. Nuclear frickin' bombs? A light, tasty afternoon snack, thank you very much. Forgive me, chainsaws.
Man. This is the main downside of watching this after the premiere, though. I guess in the premiere I wouldn't be able to pause. Okay.
I knew not your power.
He also ate the Death Devil. Yes, Denji ate death, which means no one on Earth could die.
Oh, you think that's messed up? Let's talk about his next romance, Asa.
A sweet, shy, awkward girl, perhaps Denji's one true love, except for the fact that she shares a body with Makima's sister, Yoru, the War Devil.
Who herself is in love with the greatest warmonger of them all, the United States of America.
And Yoru was determined to use her love of the USA to drown the world in a ceaseless hurricane of blood.
Denji, buddy, you ever considered maybe switching to guys or something? Because every single woman you meet has tried to kill you.
It was in Denji's climactic battle with the War Devil that his and Pochita's bond finally matured.
Sword strike contained a massive
giving
organ,
Denji
okay.
full control of the Chainsaw Devil's power. A kind of Denji man, I guess.
Which he used to kick the War Devil's ass. And she was no joke, strong enough to shoot Pochita from across the...
While most of Pochita's body was destroyed by the Gun Goddess's shot, he was incredibly low on blood and couldn't regenerate his arm. And in his rematch with Yoru, Denji was tough enough to block several of Yoru's stronger bangs. Okay.
With a near light speed 2-ton bullet from the goddamn Statue of Liberty. Better yet, Yoru was so powerful she turned Oregon into a sword. Yes, the state of Oregon. Crumple the entire landmass into a blade, fly it over to Japan, and swing it at Denji. And he matched its power.
All weapons made by Yor, like the aquarium sword, contain the mass of the object or locale she has ownership of. Given her weapons gain power, the more attachment she has to an object, the Oregon sword's power should exceed the Statue of Liberty bullet. Okay.
Threw the American flag at him. The one on the moon. You know, the moon in space. In seconds. And he dodged it.
With the whole world literally falling apart, Pochita realized that becoming Chainsaw Man made Denji's dream for a normal life impossible.
Something Denji was always too stubborn and selfish to realize until it was too late.
So Pochita did what any good dog would do. Eat himself and erase the Chainsaw Devil from existence, creating a new world without him and leaving Denji just Denji.
But maybe all this time, Denji was enough. Being Chainsaw Man could not save his loved ones, but being Denji could.
Because sure, life sucks and then you'll die. But while you're stuck in between, chasing your dreams with your buds can help make life worth living.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, the battle's about to start. But first, pitch calls are back. Yep. Hey, I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick.
Okay.
And we've reopened Death Battle pitch calls on the Death Battle store.
Sadly, I can't.
It's a way for you to meet with Ben and I, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch us your favorite matchup you always wanted to see over video.
If I could, I would
a lot
very
of the
gladly
we're working
push.
on right now are being made because of a pitch.
I would
But to
very
give each
gladly
pitch the
pitch
time it
Rogue
needs,
versus
there is
Bunny
a limited
Rabbit,
number
but
available.
So grab them quick.
It is
before
what it
they're
is.
gone. Last time we sold
Pitch
out in
freaking
just under an
Shinobi
hour,
versus
which
Strider to
absolutely
Liam
blew our
and
minds.
Death Battle pitches are available right now on
Sam,
the website,
and then when they had the battle
It's
banter of
kind
that
like our
a
own
little bit
private
ago,
Patreon with a bunch of extra stuff
they
in every
didn't remember
episode
it, I
of Death
guess,
Battle ever.
but
And if you're a website
it is
member,
what it
you
is.
get first dibs. First it'll be available to chroniclers, then archivists, and so on. Plus, members get a pretty sweet discount on the store. So it's a big
Okay,
deal.
just waiting
Let's
for
get
this
to the battle, but don't forget to grab your pitch at deathbattle.gg.
Okay. So, I'm still pretty nervous, because that's just how it is. I really don't want Denji to lose or die. But, from what has been shown and what's been seen, I think Denji's got this. So, they verbatim dropped him at near light speed and scaled him to the other stuff, making him, light speed. Yuji was capped at 1,000 times speed of sound, making Denji utterly blitz him. On top of that, they directly scaled him to the stuff with the Gun Devil, well, the Statue of Liberty bullet, and the massive organ, which they pretty heavily drained in. They said he could resist poison me, he can nosh on Yuji's blood, fine. His healing factor is better. I assume they'll have Yuji take scale because, duh. And Cleave is still really useful. As well as, the domain expansion and tearing the contract apart, but they also mentioned that Yuji and Pochita can just rejoin whenever they want. So, I'm gonna go with Denji on this one. Please don't let me down, buddy. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I've been quoting this everywhere, but I think there's one last time I should say it. Denji, old buddy? What? You really think you got me beat already? If I got a pulse, I got a chance! Yes, you do, buddy. Let's go.
All right,
Come on,
the
Denji,
buttons
come
are set,
on.
And we've run the data through all possibilities.
Oh, of course.
It's time for a death battle!
Wait, isn't Denji also in Fortnite? I guess they could have done that, but... Okay. Oh, yep. Burger's gone.
Oh, man. Oh, no. You're fine. You're fine. This wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
I've never felt such weird
Of course
cursed
it's
energy like
weird.
his before.
Say your prayers.
Wait, that was Yuji talking? Oh.
You're a chainsaw curse?
Oh, no. I'm the hero doll. Kicker of asses. Magnet to chicks.
Okay.
Half man, half devil. Chainsaw man. Let's finish this. Chainsaw instant death technique.
Of course we had to get that. I wonder if Yuji's gonna do the same since he
It's
did
the
that
number one
in season
ultra soft
3.
tissue that's allergist approved.
Man, now I gotta go back and do
Grab
that again.
Kleenex.
But yeah, Denji not tapping Yuji
It
was...
can be scary to pursue your dream, but it's also exciting. I built a Wix website in
Okay, I rewound it. Let's see. Oh, the fight's probably gonna be pretty long then.
Chainsaw instant death technique.
Track sounds really good.
Batter up, pink-haired punk-ass bitch.
Unbreakable stance. Ooh. Black Flash, probably? Oh no, Divergent Fist.
Wait for it.
Yeah, that's good. Ooh.
I realized you had two cursed energy sources in one body, so I separated them. Speaking
Oh! Oh! That's how Pochita comes in. Ooh. Nice. This looks so good.
Crap.
Yep.
domain expansion.
Ooh, okay. Oh.
You messed up, baby! Pochita and I are brothers! You'll never keep us apart!
Come on. Aren't you gonna say the technique?
Domain expansion.
What? Oh, oh man. That's so.
Finally got you to stop moving! See? We can be smart too, huh?
Punk ass bitch.
Come on.
Trying.
Yuji, come on. Denji, come on. Denji. Oh! What the freaking Maharaga? Denji, come on. Denji. Denji.
A human and a curse. Brothers. You don't see that every day.
Yes!
All right, Pochita. I wonder if that burger place is still open.
Oh, yes!
If Yuji Itadori was one thing, he was
Oh, yeah!
just not strong enough today.
Good job,
There's
Denji.
4 chapters. Their speed, skill, abilities, and power.
Okay.
First off, who was faster?
Yuji's greatest speed feat is the Black Flash. In order to apply cursed
Yeah.
energy within 1 microsecond of a strike,
Oh.
Yuji would have to move and react at over 900 times the speed of sound.
Insanely fast. But remember that time Denji
Sukuna contends with Kashima's EM waves in Jacob's lab, but his relative speed is unclear. He could have avoided the enemy waves before they were fired. Higher rank calculations of the moon spear puts Denji faster than both. Okay.
dodged that flag that Yoru summoned from the moon? You know, the one that's over 200,000 miles away?
Considering Denji's position from start to impact, all while in the midst of a fast-paced battle, this must have happened in a matter of seconds.
Well, lowball it and say 10. Though it'd probably have to be faster to use against Denji in a fight.
This means the flag must have been moving over 12% the speed of light.
Over 100 times faster than
Okay,
the Black
lowball
Flash.
and whatnot.
Now, Yuji has gotten significantly
Yuka's Maharaga is confirmed to be stronger than the one Gojo battle. Despite this, Dabura outsped and overpowered it with his light technique, so not even top tiers in Jujutsu Kaisen reliably scale, especially since it was a technique and not Dabura's natural speed. Yeah, they had to bring that up.
since his adolescence, but we know for a fact that in Jujutsu Kaisen, relativistic speeds are something humanity has explicitly not yet achieved.
So it's pretty clear that Denji takes speed.
However, Yuji has made a career out of going up against enemies far out of his league by relying on his skill.
Yeah, he'll get
And
that.
what a career it's been! He defeated the King of Curses all before he was even an adult, and he continued to train and master his jujutsu techniques for decades.
Whereas Denji, while certainly a clever, unorthodox fighter, would often get by due to his sheer stubbornness and durability more than anything else.
With Yuji's greater experience and
Yeah.
martial arts combined, he was definitely the more skilled fighter.
What wasn't as clear-cut was who had the better abilities.
Specifically, how well they can cut each other and how well they can heal from being cut. So I guess it's their cut ability.
Okay.
Both could survive pretty insane wounds, though Denji's devil healing factor was superior.
The most Yuji has ever healed were some big slashes against his stomach.
And while other similarly powerful sorcerers like Gojo could regenerate lost limbs, Denji could regenerate almost all of his body from a single cord pull. That being said,
Denji's poison resistance and regeneration countered Yuji's poisonous blood, as death, pain, and wounds poison has been cured through reverse curse technique. Denji would have little issue drinking Yuji's blood or powering through blood manipulation. Okay.
Denji's soul targeting attacks have done lasting damage against those with superior healing like Mahito.
Not just that, but literally splitting two souls apart. That's how he beat Sukuna, and he could potentially do the same thing to break apart Denji and Pochita.
However, it's not so simple. Sukuna was already severely weakened at the time, and it took Yuji several hits to separate him and Megumi.
And on top of that, even if Denji and Pochita were split up, we know they keep a metaphysical connection when apart. In fact, they were split up when they were fighting Makaba, and they had no problem rejoining. No reason they couldn't do it again here.
However, Denji's healing factor isn't unlimited. He'll need blood to heal eventually, and the range and speed of Yuji's slashes would force Denji to tank them to get up close.
Even if he could,
Yuji
Yuji's
could theoretically block Denji's chainsaws by coating his hand in slashes, but Denji's greater speed means Yuji couldn't react in time. Pochita often begins fights by speed blitzing, such as his battle with Makima. Okay.
factor wouldn't last nearly as long against Denji's chainsaws. But then Yuji could back off, Denji chase him, and so on.
Like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, neither had a clear edge in cut ability.
Okay.
So what it ultimately came down to was power. who could do the most damage and wear the other guy down first.
Yuji slicing apart an entire city is one of the most impressive feats in all of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, they're gonna-
By measuring the clouds of dust created in his attack's wake, we can estimate he launched over 5.5 million tons of debris into the air. That kind of force is equivalent to over 3 megatons of TNT, comparable to a hydrogen bomb.
But unfortunately for Yuji, while he could cut apart a city, Denji was Oregon level.
The state of Oregon is
Yuji's dismantle could reach greater yields depending on the dust density used. However, even the highest options would be dozens of times weaker than Chainsaw Man's best feats. These feats also surpass Yorozu's construction and Kenjaku's durability. Oh, I'm so glad that crap was... Man, I hate those being used sometimes, but yeah.
9th largest in the Union by total area, nearly 100,000 square miles. By estimating its volume, Yoru compressed a mass weighing over 750 trillion tons. One swing from that sword would hit with an energy of over 30,000 megatons of TNT.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like 10,000 hydrogen bombs. And not only did Denji survive a swing, he straight up overpowered it. That's insanely strong. But
Deborah ramming Mahoraga at near light speed seems similar to the gun Goss's shot. However, with greater mass at similar speeds, the bullet's kinetic energy surpasses Deborah's. Yuji implied he could defeat Deborah, but was unaware of the latter's ever-going strength against Mahoraga. Okay.
not inconsistent. Like the time Yoru fired that globe-spanning near-light-speed bullet from the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, okay.
Sure, Yuji's citywide dismantle was
Despite never using them, Yuji should have access to Cleave and Divine Flame. However, they both have a narrow range of effect and rely on the user's cursed energy output. Pochito regenerated from being bisected by the Oregon Sword and withstood the heat of atmospheric re-entry, countering both abilities. Okay.
casually, but so was Yoru crumpling Oregon. Yuji's dismantles would need to be 1,000,000% stronger to do significant damage to Denji.
Especially with Denji's OP healing factor too.
Denji takes the final edge in
Yeah.
power. All Denji needed was one good hit to finish the fight. And with his far greater speed, it was only a matter of time.
What can I say, Yuji? Denji's just got that dog in him.
The winner is Denji, the Chainsaw Man.
Oh,
Next
so happy.
time on Death Battle.
Yep. It's Century vs. Superboy time.
Subscribe and join as a member
I'm
to
curious
see
if they're going to
more
call
Death
it
Battle.
The Century.
Thanks for watching.
Or Century, because I think saying The Century is just odd sometimes, but I don't know. A few people I know are pretty excited about that, so who knows? Anyway, I'm so happy Denji won. Man. Episode was really good. Not that excited for next time. I'll guess I'll be excited for what's after, considering it's probably not Aang versus Traveler, but yeah, that was a great episode. So happy Denji won. Oh boy. Great job, Denji. I guess I'll see y'all when I see you next time. Maybe I'll make a trailer for some other thing. I doubt I'll make one for Century Prime, but man, I'm sorry, I'm yammering. I'm really happy. Have a good day, y'all. God bless. See you when I see you. Goodbye.